Hello all, and welcome to the next unboxing. Today we're going to be looking at the WWE Decade of Domination Elite Nation of Domination Mark Henry. I know that's a bit of a mouthful there, but basically the Decade of Domination is a line of figures that WWE has been doing. I know there's two lines. Is there three? Or two waves. Is there a third one coming out? Could be wrong. This, I believe, is the first wave, and it's just Mattel's way of kind of making figures of wrestlers who have been there since they started, I believe in like, what, '09 or 2010 with WWE. So anybody who's still with the company, like since the beginning of the Mattel WWE relationship is kind of in these waves. When we get is Mark Henry, a Nation of Domination Mark Henry, which we hadn't gotten from Mattel before, and it's awesome. This box is beat up. First of all, this is Walmart exclusive. This whole set, this line, are supposed to be Walmart exclusive. I wouldn't be surprised if they pop up on like Ringside or something like the Survivor Series line did and stuff. I think Fan Takeover is also Walmart exclusive, but I could be wrong on that. Or Target exclusive, one of the two. But Decade of Domination is Walmart exclusive. On the side, we got Mark Henry here. On the back, we got his little bio, if you guys want to read that. This is the first wave, Randy Orton. So you get like young rookie Randy Orton when he was wearing like the blue biker shorts. You have like early Thugonomics John Cena. We have what was supposed to be, I believe, debut Survivor Series 90 Undertaker. But it's a little bit off. It's a bit of a mashup figure. Still looks pretty good, though. Mark Henry, Nation of Domination. And then an early Natalia Neidhart. So it's kind of a cool idea. If you're into collecting all the versions of a character, like if you want every John Cena, then cool, you can get early Thugonomics John Cena. If you want every Randy Orton, you can get early Randy Orton. If you want every Undertaker, so-and-so. I'm not that type of person. I kind of like to just get my favorite versions of characters or ones that are really iconic and cool. I don't have a Mark Henry actually, so this is actually my first Mark Henry. But I'm glad I got this one, and I'm going to get into why here in a minute. But here it is. Yes, the box is beat to hell. When my Walmart got these, I never saw Undertaker and Natalia. I only ever saw the Randy Orton, the Cena, and the Mark Henry. And they all had these just trashed up boxes, as you can see. Luckily, it doesn't look like anything was taken out of the boxes or anything. I just think they came packed that way from the manufacturer. Because they all the Decade of Domination toys were all beat up like this. So it kind of sucks, but like at least I can still crack it open and kind of go. I'm opening it anyway, so it doesn't really bother me. If you're a Mint on Box collector, that would really suck. Down here as well. But yeah, we're gonna crack them open and see the Decade of Domination, Nation of Domination, Mark Henry. So, excuse me. So there we go. There. Let's get the elephant in the room out of the way here. Every damn Mark Henry that they've ever released has come with this, like, this just weight set thing. This, yeah. All of the elites, they always come with this, and I get it. It's like the world's strongest man thing, but, I mean, could we get something else with Mark Henry? I don't know what else Nation of Domination Mark Henry would come with, but not every Mark Henry needs this thing, okay? Yeah, and it's just all wobbly. He does come with pretty much standard for all elites now. A set of interchangeable hands. He's got open hands in the package. These are closed-fisted hands. So it comes with hands. And then let's get some Mark Henry himself. Oh, his hat flew off. And here we go. Early Mark Henry. This isn't, contrary to some people trying to say it is. I don't know why. Some people are trying to say, like, this is like Mark Henry's first kind of look and stuff. No, it's not. Mark Henry joined WWE after his Olympic career and debuted against Jerry Lawler when he was kind of just an all-American, babyface in his Olympic kind of style, red, white, and blue gear. And then, he goes for training, comes back, and he joins the Nation of Domination. So let me get the hat back on here. There we go. I like this figure. I like the head sculpt. It looks like a great young Mark Henry. I think they got the right body. He's not, quite as big as he would become later. He's still kind of quicker, faster, a little bit more lean. He's got the power lifter kind of body still. The deco on him, that kind of let's get that to focus. The deco on the tights looks good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a pretty good. I don't know if there's anything really new about any of these molds. For a bigger figure, he's got a better torso joint than most. That's really good. A lot of these big figures come real stilted, or they don't really move much. His legs leave a little bit to be desired. They move pretty well, but a lot of these big guy legs don't really kind of do a whole lot of that. Quite frankly, I'm not sure if these are the right boots for the time period. I'm going to say they are, but like these might be more of his modern boots. I could be wrong on that. But everything about this figure is really cool. And had it been any other Mark Henry, I probably still would have gotten it just because I don't have a Mark Henry, and I like Mark Henry a lot. Always have. I know some people kind of rag on Mark Henry and well, he wasn't that great until later. I always enjoyed Mark Henry. I thought he was great. But the main reason why I got this was because we're getting close to completing a bit of a set with this. Because a while back, when Kmart was still a big deal, some of you might remember that we had a Kmart exclusive 2-pack of Elites that came with Nation of Domination leader Ron Simmons, Farouk, and a young, freshly heel-turned Nation of Domination Rocky Maivia. So, I'm not going to take these out of the package, but as you can see, we're getting that Nation of Domination set going. Then, fast forward a little bit, and you start to get the... I'm trying to keep these all in frame. The Elite D'Lo Brown during his time in the Nation with the European Championship. So that's 4. You got the leader, Farouk, the young, newly heel upstart, Rocky Maivia. You got the new, young upstart, Mark Henry. D'Lo Brown, who had been there from the beginning of at least the WWE version of the Nation. So we're only missing 1. If you're kind of looking at that prime version of the Nation, we're only missing 1. We're missing Kama, a.k.a. the Godfather. Now, I know WWE is they're releasing, or Mattel, I should say, is releasing an Elite Kama, but in his Supreme Fighting Machine gear. So it's like the red, white, and when he debuted after the Papa Shango gimmick, he came back as Kama, the Supreme Fighting Machine. And it was like this kind of half-ass shoot fighter gimmick. They are releasing that, and as far as I know, there's no variant for that, so it's not like they're going to release the Nation Kama too. But since they're releasing that, I'm hoping soon, or at least at some point, we get a Nation Kama. That's all we're missing, is a Nation Kama / Nation version of the Godfather. If we can get that, then you have essentially the perfect lineup of the Nation, in my opinion. And that would complete the whole set. So, that would be great if that actually happens at some point. And I know you could go with, who knows, maybe at some point they'll release Nation Crush and Savio Vega. That'd be really weird, because I think the best version of the Nation is that 4 or 5-man group with Farouk, Rocky, D'Lo, Mark, and Kama / Godfather. So I hope we get a Kama Nation figure at some point. That would be awesome to complete that set and have them all here. I really do believe that would be just awesome to have a full nation set, one of the most underrated um, factions in wrestling history that spawned, you know, at least so far, 2 Hall of Famers, potentially 4 and 5, because I think at some point D'Lo Brown can get into the Hall of Fame. So, Ron Simmons, Farouk, already in the Hall of Fame. Kama, Godfather, already in the Hall of Fame. Mark Henry, already in the Hall of Fame. I mean, come on. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame at some point. We all know this. And then, so, like, the only one you're really missing is D'Lo, who easily could get into the Hall of Fame at some point. That's, 4 out of 5, potentially all 5, like 4 for sure guaranteed Hall of Famers, and potentially all 5 being in the Hall of Fame. That's a stacked, like, faction. Even though, yes, not all of them were big stars at the time, except, Ron Simmons having the experience, and then, Rock kind of taking over as leader when they got Ron Simmons out of it. In hindsight, you look back at it, and it's just like, that's a stacked kind of group that goes unnoticed in the history of WWE. And I know in more recent years, they've promoted them more. And yes, it was a controversial group. It kind of starts off as this militant type of thing. But when you go back and you actually talk to guys like D'Lo, like you hear them talk, like D'Lo and Mark Henry and Ron Simmons, it wasn't really a militant thing as much as it was like, hey, we all have to work together type of thing. So it's just fascinating to hear their idea of what they thought that group was compared to what some people kind of view it as. But it produced stars, legit stars. Ron Simmons was already, a well-known figure in wrestling, but then out of it spins maybe the biggest star of all time in The Rock, one of the bigger stars of the 2000s in Mark Henry, D'Lo Brown, who was always entertaining. The Godfather character became massively popular. Ron Simmons went on to continue to be popular with the APA and stuff. Like, it's just an early badass group. In hindsight, they're badass. I don't know how else to really put it. So I would love to see them. Like I said, this mark is great. I'm glad to have it. I'm hoping we get a Kama to complete the nation set. I think it'd be awesome. I'll be the first one in line to jump on it. I really will, because I would love to complete the nation set and have them all displayed like in the front of a case or something. That being said, though, that's it for this one. Love this figure. It's awesome. Can't sing its praises enough. So hoping we get the set of the rest of the nation guys at some point, or the last of the nation guys, which would be Kama. So that'd be nice. But I will catch you guys in the next video. Thank you.